Okay, I'm out here at the Miller farm. Where are we going, Johnny? Around the end? Yeah, I think he might be a guard dog or something of some sort. Oh yeah. Anyway, if you watch my video,
I'll have to get your name.
you're going to be in it.
I am. Oh, good. I have to get your address.
Well,
Equity card.
huh?
She doesn't even have her actor's equity
Never,
card yet.
never.
Oh, gee.
So she'll be getting hate mail from Hollywood.
Anyway, they have this big farm with the three boys, Johnny, Herman, and Paul. Not Paul. It was Johnny, Herman, and Paul. Oh, jeepers. I'll have to cut this out if I narrate it. But anyway, I'm here with new friends and old friends. A couple old guys that I knew 40, 50 years ago. And we're going in here at the end of the barn to kind of look things over. And if you look inside here, you can see the milking units, 2 on each side.
I have 2 robots in each room.
There's 2 robots on each side.
So these are cows and calves within the last week. Okay. So I'll keep them down here for a week to watch them, and then we put them in manually to make sure they get milked.
And here we're walking down, looking in on the end of the barn. And Johnny?
Okay, you see that is the first cow. Cow that's coming in. She has permission to be milked. So this is where they stand while they're waiting to be milked.
Oh, okay. Yeah, great.
And then the gate will swing back.
We're from Seattle. We only know coffee.
Oh.
Howie, tell Howie what you've got there.
See how that's the sort gate.
Okay.
So when a cow comes up, if she has permission, it reads her ear tape.
Yeah.
And if she has permission to be milked, it'll let her in. If she doesn't, she comes straight through for feed.
Oh, okay.
And there's nobody in there or nobody in there? No person.
No people. No.
Oh, beautiful. Wow.
So these cows that are staying there are waiting to get into the robot.
That's on that side, and it's also, I think it's on this side as well.
Yeah. And they have yellow tags where these have brown tags. Oh no, there's some brown tags.
I don't know what the meaning of the different tags is,
Yeah, because there's a green one.
and I think we'll probably be able to go. You can just barely see where the milking units are there, and they come through here with their feed wagon.
Yeah.
That must be his daughter, and
All our Washington State friends would be fascinated by this. In Washington State, they have a cow that has a piece of plexiglass right on its side.
oh yeah.
So they can look at all the internal organs and all that.
And you know, they have that too, where they take feed samples out of that and test it, and
So they joke that they major in cow. They got a BS in cow. How like they can wash your stomach? Yeah. That's over in Pullman.
And who was talking about the circle, or was it your brother saying? Yeah.
Carousel.
Yeah. And There.
Yeah.
Chains, open it up, close it down.
What do you think she's thinking?
I don't know. She's saying there may be treats here.
No. It's there's a bunch of strange people out there, but anyway.
Has something to do with merchandise. We have two corgi dogs, and their eyes kind of look at us beady-eyed.
Yeah. The genetics that they deal with is just, I mean, certainly the capacity, the milking capacity was that.
And all of that. It's just, yeah,
And
amazing.
yeah,
It's not just milking the cow.
right. And they're very, these people are very, what would you say, gentle to the cows.
Oh, yeah. Named him. Old girlfriend.
The cow stands, you drive right in there, and drive down, squeezes it out quick today. They don't even, they don't.
I think this cow is trying to decide if she likes me, and she doesn't like me very much, the way she's moving her head around, but I know if I had food she would like me a little better.
I can imagine.
Did you tell them how many cows you can milk in the milking? I mean, your capacity with each unit is how many?
We're about 220 is capacity. Because the units have enough time to get them all done. So we're at capacity.
There's a lot of land to have. We really got a good handle on that.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
That's all, you know, there's a lot of money stuck in that.
and is there times that you have too many cows waiting behind here and
After wash up.
after wash up?
Because the milking shuts down. So now a cow is leaving. She's done being milked. Shut, open the gate, the next one will go in.
So it wasn't too long ago that you just washed, because there's a lot of them waiting.
Yeah.
The milkman was here this morning,
Yeah.
and when he comes, it's an hour wash. They're waiting. We can go in by the robot.
Okay. Okay, they're going in by the robots. Hang on to him, Howie. There's a step down.
Hey, step up a little bit there. Before you get milk.
It's recorded. You got to be nice. Go ahead.
No, you got cats.
Oh, you don't. He said this is just water.
Just have to watch. This comes back this far. See that? This cow just got done. Now bring it up out of it.
they have to do, I think, I don't know, somehow new cows come in and there may be some adjustment on the computer. And, you know, they're, yeah? Oh.
A laser system there that lines them up.
Yeah, and if you got a cow with a big udder, they have to reprogram something on the computer, and when it comes in, you know, it shows that it's this cow and it's going to be a little different. And I think they're looking at the milk coming per unit.
Yeah, I was watching him hook up here. The ducks once, I thought it was coming after me. Now you're pretty docile.
Yeah. Did you ever milk cows?
Never did, no, I'm a city boy.
Were you ever, when you were younger, were you ever out in the country where they milk cows? You have friends that did that?
It was a very few times, but
Yeah.
they always had me doing other jobs. I think they realized that I probably wouldn't be very good at it, maybe.
So you lucked out.
I did, well, I got tired doing something. I don't know what it was.
Anyway, this other guy on the other side of town where Johnny used to work for, Johnny put his units in 1 year, and then he kept in contact with the guy, and his son and him, they put in units as well, robots. And
This is fascinating to me because one thing I did towards the end of my career as an engineer is design factory equipment.
oh,
But for things like printed circuit boards and pieces of electronics equipment for the Navy.
okay.
Very different from this, but you know, a lot of it is similar. So I got to go on a particular schedule, and you got to be very careful that you don't make any mistakes.
Yeah, but weren't there, well, I made a mistake, I'll just do it over?
You can't do that. No, they had a system at Honeywell where they had a robot that did 19 different jobs on a circuit board. And it turns out by the time the circuit board got clear down to the last station, which was final test, the boards were all failing. And they traced it back to the robot, instantiating integrated circuit on a multi-layer circuit board, and pushed too hard. And it was breaking. There's layers and layers and layers of very, very thin. It was breaking some of the circuitry inside.
Oh,
So now you've got a card with $50,000 worth of performance on it. It's no good. So now you got to get those components back on. And you can't automate that. You end up hiring a bunch of people to do that. So, yeah. It's very easy to produce junk.
Oh.
And very expensive.
I don't know how many years they've been doing this, but their other parlor, like he said, was double 10 units on each side.
Right.
And the problems they have with these units nowadays is that, or I shouldn't say problems, but when something goes bad, it goes to their phone, and their phone, then they get over here and fix it.
Well, we were in Oxford, England, is where they build the little Mini Coopers,
Oh yeah.
and you can sign up for a factory tour.
Oh
When
really?
we were there, they used to have about 2,500 people on the assembly line. Now they have 400 robots. And the only people there are to service the robots and service the tooling to make sure nothing goes haywire. And of course the folks in Oxford weren't too happy about that automation, but that was when I think BMW took over Mini Cooper.
Okay.
Yeah, and they put all the robots in because that's the way they were building in Germany, so they knew how to do that. And now the Mini Coopers are in the black rather than the red ink. So
Well,
basically you just have babysitters for the equipment.
I don't remember tours of factories, but I do remember a couple tours of breweries.
Oh yeah.
They were kind of fun,
Well,
weren't
I
they?
remember the first part of the tour, but after about 3 drinking stations, it kind of blurs out.
I know there was one, Heineken's, I think, in Holland,
Oh, yeah.
and I don't remember which one was in England. But
Well, we went through Fat Tire with Larry in Colorado,
oh, really?
and they have about 6 or 8 different stations where you can get a drink along the way. I wanted to go through the tour again, but I had 1 ticket.
There's reasons for that.
Well, they tried to tell me that, but
Yeah.
they said I was unresponsive.
Howie wants to get some ideas here and go back to farming. Are you enthralled, Howie? You like this?
Yeah. I wonder what if you what that would cost to put that. Just that probably $250,000 probably just for the.
For each one? I don't know what the prices are nowadays, but if you buy one, the second one's a little bit cheaper. Then you get 4 per unit. Not you're not spending less money, but I'm gonna walk down here in a second. Watch your step. It's kind of loud in here. It's hard work milking, isn't it? And what goes wrong? What can go wrong here? Everything? So,
That's what it costs per robot for me to set it up.
That was 9 years.
That included the labor, setting it up.
And I imagine the pool down this is about enough on that.
Yeah. Because they have a crew that comes around and just installed. So they had like 2 or 3 guys in here for the first few days. To show them how the computer works.
so in reality, Johnny is pretty smart. He knows a lot of stuff. I don't think he learned any of it when he went to school.
Amanda is in here all the time. She does my computer. He doesn't have enough time to get it. 55. That's what I mean, 55 per
Larry, when that, I don't know if they told you, when that swings back, there's a place over there in front of us where the water sprays on that unit. I don't, yeah, and then it cleans it off. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I know. I have never seen it like this before either. I just know they've had these things around, and I've never had such a good tour. Yeah. Thanks to you.
I didn't know anything about it. Jim went to a friend of theirs, their nephew has two of them.
Two? So,
Two machines.
so then he
He had 110 cows by himself.
yeah. So I don't know how efficient that would be. You know, 2 units is $500,000. Yeah, but
He
it,
has 100 cows. He's the only person there.
and where is that at?
I don't know, that's us, yeah.
That's your nephew?
No, a friend of theirs has it.
Oh, where they, Jim? Where they milk 100 cows or 120? Where's that located?
Oh, the computerized Neilsville.
Oh, okay.
And you want to see a big milking operation, Greenlee, 6,000 cows in there.
By robots?
I don't know if they use robots or if they use...
Well, Mexicans or Nicaraguans or Russians.
They hire a lot of Hispanics, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Still, when you got a carousel,
Yeah.
how many carousels they have, I don't know.
I visited one many years ago where they had 24 units, a carousel. And that was in Australia. That was 50, at least 55 years ago. And there was, maybe that was one of the first ones in the world. And what they did, they milked the cows from behind. They put the units on behind. So obviously you got to be careful with the tail up there. And they learn that. They learn the process. The cow goes in there and rides around the carousel. And maybe we should go out and outside where you can hear it a little bit better. And I mean, you've seen this now, right? We can just step outside.
Sure.
I think we can. There's other things here yet too. Yeah. I wanna.
7 minutes a cow.
How many?
7 minutes.
Okay. Yeah.
55 a day. The problem is, you gotta have a couple units because what happens if one breaks down? You gotta have.
Yeah. You have a pile up of cows back there.
Yeah, I mean they gotta do something with it. So
Well, I'll make sure Larry gets up here, Howie.
1, 2, 3, 4 steps up.
1, 2, one more, 3, one more.
There you go. Come on here, man.
I'll let you too.
Sure.
Yeah.
I'm not sure I need help yet.
I help the ladies, you know, that's a gentlemanly thing to do. They really like you, Johnny.
Yeah.
Anyway. Tell them about your manure system. Oh.
Where's De La Val?
De La Val?
Yeah, where's the factory? Where's this stuff made?
I don't know where that is, but
That would be fascinating to work on this stuff.
it's, and you know, when the cows push their feet out, they drive through with a machine that pushes it right back up.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a good way to do it.
The what?
What are they doing here?
This is their feed.
I thought they got fed in there.
Well, that's their treat.
Oh.
Their treat is in there. This is their roughage that they feed, and haylage and corn silage and
Okay, so they push that out and then they come back and the thing that can fly and push it back.
yeah, and they have outside what do you call it? Feed bunkers, and I don't think they use silos anymore. Does that smell good, Jim? This end smells better than their other end.
I noticed he's got almost all Holsteins, but he's got a couple of Guernseys.
Oh, okay.
Is that where you get your brown milk? Yeah. Is that where you get chocolate milk and brown cows?
City boy, what's the matter with you?
Depends on if you're in a watershed. Like you said, somebody told me somebody's from Marshfield.
Yeah.
So the water table's real close to the surface. They can't spread as much because the manure will get in the water table quicker. My well is 180 feet deep.
Oh.
So my water table's a long ways away.
But it doesn't affect your neighbors then either, 'cause that was
No.
a big difference.
No,
So do you dig it then, or?
we spread it. We spread it. We're basically no-till, and now we've gone. My son has convinced me to go to cover crops. We'll plant winter rye over the. As I take off crops, I plant winter rye
Oh, okay.
in the spring, but it's no-till right into it.
Hey, just a second here. I have to introduce the most important person here.
This is Samantha. She does all our herd health, computer work, robot work.
All the smart work?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
something like that.
Anyway, Samantha, I just really appreciate this because this guy's from Colorado, this guy's from Marshfield up north in Marinate up north, and that person and that person, they're from the state of Washington. And this is another friend, and he's from, is it Jefferson? And where you live.
Yeah, Jefferson.
Yeah.
And this guy, he's great. Tell I wanted him to tell about the fan, or maybe you can. You know the story on the fan the other day? These big ones?
The other day.
Yeah.
I don't know if he was right in the middle of the story. I was on vacation over Labor.
Oh, you're not supposed to take vacation, but you do
First
because
one since I had a baby, so
okay.
almost 4 years ago.
Yeah, she's the one that he was talking about before. He talked about you, if it's okay, but it was all good things.
Yeah, I hope so.
So how old's the baby now?
3, he'll be 4 in November.
Who takes care of the baby?
Dad. His dad.
His dad.
Yeah. So.
Is he the one the ABCs are for that are on that?
Oh. Yeah, so he comes to the farm Thursdays and Fridays with me and hangs out. Most of the time he teaches me to ride in tractors, but yeah, he brings his toy tractors down and we have sidewalk chalk. So yeah, those are his ABCs.
Yeah, I thought, oh, there's a kid coming in here and learning something while he's here. And
Yeah.
introduce him now, he'll be a good farmer.
He's all about tractors, tractor driving.
So, do you have a good report from the vet?
Nope. It was because it was so hot. It got up to 110, so nothing really settled very well.
Oh, okay.
So, no, it was not a good vet check.
Thanks for being honest.
Yeah.
You got to be honest anyway.
Yeah,
It doesn't
no.
matter.
With how hot it got,
Yeah.
they didn't do well.
But hey, Johnny, I want you to tell him about your fan here the other day. The fan down here, the big one. It went bad. Tell him about that fan.
Oh, one of the fans, bearing on the motor. I called the company that I bought it from. And they said, well, I said, all I need is a bearing. They said, well, sell the bearing. You got to buy the whole motor. So I tore it apart, took the bearing out and looked at it. Went down to McFarland's 5 miles away. $17.80 bearing. I put it back in, put it together. Yeah.
I know how that is.
2-horse, 3-phase motor. He wouldn't tell me what the price was.
But he wanted to sell it.
And he said it's a throwaway. Nowadays it's a throwaway. He said you take the whole motor off and put a new one on, just throw the motor away. He said, nobody will fix it. He said, well, I will. Yeah. Well, I fixed my own.
Right.
Yeah.
But you have to find somebody that'll do it too.
Yeah.
Side business.
So, these fans, I only saw them in one other barn. And I couldn't find anybody to put them in. So, I said, I'm going to try that. So I looked at that other guy, and we installed them ourselves. You know, how to put them up there.
Oftentimes these farmers that have big barns like this, they have the fans at the end of the buildings, or maybe some on the sides too, but yeah, drawing air through. And
Yeah, these are huge ceiling fans.
okay. What else can you tell us that's worthwhile information?
I guess I don't know what he already told
Yeah.
you.
Oh, he probably told me half of what you know.
Oh, it depends if you want robots or
Yeah.
like now, probably a third of all the semen we use on the cows is all beef, Angus beef bulls. Yeah. So that's actually really common. It's probably the #1 sold bull in all semen companies is their beef. Well, they just have like it'll come out a black calf, half Angus, and then you sell whether male or female. You sell it to like a beef producer that'll raise it for the beef market. And it's just as dairy herds have grown, now they've gotten so efficient at reproduction and getting calves on the ground. There's too many heifer calves. There's too many replacements. So that's kind of the solution that the industry has taken.
So they
That
can.
way you're not raising more heifer calves than what you need.
So you can select whether it's a male or female calf, right?
Yeah,
And
we do use sex semen, Holstein, like cows that we really like, and we we really want heifer calves out of her. She works well for the robots.
and also
But
Government that they'll try it with humans.
it'd be such a bad idea sometimes. But yeah, I'm just kidding. But and then there's cows that like we mostly utilize it for cows that don't work in the robots. Like she's a good producing cow. She may settle really well, but it's just the robot struggles with her. So we just automatically just put her to beef semen just to kind of cut out that family line. But you don't really want to get rid of that cow. You've already paid to raise her. She's already here.
and are the calves smaller too when they're beef, trusted
Most
beef?
of the time,
Yeah.
yeah.
So
You have almost all Holsteins that you have.
So that started a friend of mine when they liquidated their herd. She had a handful of jerseys that she bought for her daughter. Her daughter was just a year old at the time, and that was going to be like her daughter's like start into the dairy. So she didn't want them to go through the auction with the rest of the cows. She wanted them to go somewhere she knew. So we took them. But I mean, the original jersey that we have from them is 9 years old. So I mean, it's a good cow, pregnant.
So do they produce as much milk as the Holsteins?
Not volume, but they have higher components. So they have more fat and more protein.
What's the average lifespan of one of these cows then?
Here, probably their average is about 2.5 lactations. So about 5 years old.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
did you know, and I told these guys before, that when Johnny and Paul and Herman were younger, they named their cows after their girlfriends from high school?
Yeah.
You didn't know that?
Well, I know there was a cow named Dawn, so she was around when I was
And that's his
little.
wife. Anyway,
And she broke his nose, so I mean it was fitting. The cow did.
broke his nose.
Yeah. Kicked a gate and the gate hit him in the face. Broke his nose.
Well, anyway. Oh, you use for bedding. The bedding you use.
Oh, well, for down there, it'd be sawdust.
Okay.
One of Dad's friends has just a small
Sawmill?
sawmill, so we
Okay.
started taking sawdust. Otherwise, we use straw and then corn fodder. Like after we're done combining corn, the
And they have to chop it, right? Pretty fine?
I think once it goes through the combine, it can be baled.
Oh, okay.
It's fine.
And the manure system here is a little different than some. You know, Mal and Doris, you know, they have a conveyor or a steady, what do you call it, a chain or something that goes up and down the aisles.
An automatic scraper.
And they're not automatic here.
No.
They're
I scrape with the skid steer right in with the cows. And they're used to it. They don't mind it. They just move to one side or the other.
And I said before, these people are, the cows have trained them to be gentle. They've trained you, right?
Yeah. In the stalls, yes.
Okay, where are we moving next? Okay, okay. We go that way. To Larry, where he said the calves are up there, up ahead of us here. Yeah. And push it back. They come, what do you come through with to push the feed?
It's a feed plane, a feed plow. Push it back. Yeah.
Watch your step here on, yeah, just go straight ahead, Larry. Come this way. There's a little, watch you. Howie. Tell it. Hey, Howie. Yeah. Okay. Here, up here is where some of the, I don't know if they milk all these cows here or they're heifers or something. I don't know.
These are the younger ones.
They scrape it, and then there's a spot that they scrape it, and then it goes out into a lagoon or a pit out there, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. Pump it back out into tankers and field spread it. Yep.
And you hope you don't drive in the pit, like your brother.
Yeah. These calves are within. Well, that one was born. She was born this morning. This one was born 2 days. These are all under a week old.
Which one?
That little.
Yeah.
She was born in 2024.
Right.
The 74 heifer calf I've had this year.
All right, he says these were just born within the last week. And this one was born, I think he said this morning. The cows, you can see up ahead of me here, are ready to give birth within the next, I don't know, few days. Jim, this one was born just this morning.
Oh,
And
that's still wet.
yeah, these others were born within the last week.
Well, that one looks like a lamb.
And that one was talking to you.
Yeah.
You know what it said? I didn't know you knew the language. You're good.
That's amazing.
See?
Yeah, you're right. Yeah. Now, boy, that looks, the stature of that cow looks more like a beef cow. Short neck.
This one?
This one right here.
Oh, the calf.
Yeah, the calf.
Well,
Look how short that neck is.
It'll get bigger. He'll grow up.
He's not. Oh, he's not very steady on his feet either.
No.
Still got part of the cord attached.
So this is the same. This unit here, or the operation, is the same size as Johnny's friend on the other side of the river. Then 4 units, and so many times. I mean, a continuous milking, and the guy over there said that nowadays, you know, after they get in the routine or get accustomed to it, he says he has more time off, more free time than he had before. Even though you have other issues of you know, different kinds of breakdowns and computer stuff, and it's just probably a it's kind of thinking, well, what's going to be next? And then after you get good at understanding the what do you call it, the symptoms of a fault, you know, you just get better and better with it. But
Yeah, the fellow up in Hillsville, it's just himself, and I think he's got about a 10-year-old son who take care of it all. And I think he's only got 60 or 70 cows. But he's got 2 robots, and they do all the work. All they do is go in and check so the machines are working.
yeah, I don't know which is more efficient, you know, hiring lots of help, or going from not hiring help and going to this type of a system.
Well, I think the problem is getting help.
Labor, yeah.
And getting dependable help.
Yep.
You can hire somebody, that's great, but they get their first paycheck and they don't show up the next day.
Right, right. GoPro, stop recording. Put your hand down there, Howie. It'll get sucked on. The tongues feel like sandpaper. Maybe you don't remember that.
Somebody gets fed, most get fed.
This bedding is wrong. Somebody sawdust.
Okay.
I thought it would be shavings, you know, rather than sawdust.
Yeah, you get it for free. It works. It really well. I'm sure they stay alive longer.
This is where the old milking parlor used to be, and they've converted into area for the calves. So, Samantha, are you the one in charge of calves?
Actually, no. I'm the only one that does any of the manure scraping out there.
Yeah,
So that Dad, Tyler, and Cole take the calves.
they take the calves. What does Herman do if he ever gets invited over?
He's retired.
I know he's retired,
He
but
does all the tractor driving when we need him.
oh, okay.
He runs the chopper when we're doing hay.
I know he would have liked to narrate and tell stories about this thing too, but
Yeah.
he doesn't do it. But yeah, anyway,
No, he still comes down every day just to see what we're doing.
yeah.
He's in Texas right now for a family wedding.
Yeah, I know. I talked to him before, and I wanted to have him here, but I guess he has to be gone.
Yeah, no, now that he's retired,
Yeah.
he goes places. Besides the neighbors.
Driving season.
Anyway, Johnny is talking that he has to do some baling today, and they have a big baler and big tractor up here someplace.
Yep. Do about other children or just the one?
I have just the one. And then my brother and his wife, they have 2.
And do they like the farm as much, his children?
Yeah. They're not here as often because they go to their other parents or their previous marriages. But they kind of I live just the next one.
Anyway, they have nice things out here, nice equipment, good tractors, but they do not have a snake gourd or a long gourd, even though the flowers look very similar. Anyway,
Yeah.
what do you have?
A box of kittens.
Are they for sale?
I will for free.
Is this morning glory growing here?
Yeah.
It's kind of wild. Wow.
I said they don't have a snake gourd or long gourd,
Nope.
but the flower looks somewhat similar.
Yeah.
But anyway, this is
That's cool. Oh my, look at those little ones.
what do you think of all this stuff here, Howie, to make things run?
Cats never used to come out.
And any of this, you know that eventually it wears out. You have to replace things.
Friendliest thing ever. So he stayed over here.
Well,
And then she was a kitten across the road, and he brought her over here, and now she won't leave the barn.
well, she's got a good thing going here.
Yeah.
These are her kittens then.
Yeah, this is her second litter she's got.
Okay.
My brother took the first.
Anyway, here they are. One of the favorite pastimes of Samantha, come in and pet the kittens.
Hopefully this
Usually not over the winter.
And a cat tree.
I knew you wanted to see that.
I'm not a cat person. I'm terribly allergic to cats.
Okay.
Cute colors too.
Yeah.
So what do you do? What's her name? Leslie?
Yeah, this is really nice.
Take one of these cats. Here, Leslie, catch this. I wouldn't do that.
She was sick enough the other day.
Oh yeah, I heard about that.
She had her first.
Anyway, this dog, I've been over by myself, and the dog is kind of makes me nervous because he barks, but he looks like a really nice dog. Anyway, are we about done, guys?
Every delivery.
Thanks, Johnny.
Hey, yeah, thanks, John.
I had a friend that I rode horses with in the dairy farm, and she had an all black one.
Oh.
And for whatever reason, it used like one of her kids' old like dolls, like one of those kind of creepy looking ones, as like, you know, they always want to carry something. And so she sent me a picture of her black German Shepherd carrying this like just decrepit doll, and she's like, I wonder why nobody stops at our farm anymore. I'm like, that's perfect.
Yeah. Good dog.
Anyway, come over and lean against this trailer. I gotta say something. I do anyway.
Was there somebody just got killed working on tires on one of these things?
Really?
Yeah, it blew up.
Wow.
Yeah.
You need to go? Too bad. And it is too bad. But you know how it is when you have people that you meet, and I'm recording this, you meet, you guys have had friends you've met a long time ago, and really nice people, you enjoyed them, you never get to see them again, right? I remember, years from high school, there's a few of my classmates who don't know whatever happened to them. And it's that way, kind of a universal thing. Anyway, this is the end of the tour. Samantha, we really appreciate it. And Samantha, if you ever get by at my place on Highway 60 there and you want to see some giant pumpkins and long gourds.
Oh yeah, with that big arch thing.
Yeah. They're about 10 foot long now.
Oh, they are?
Yeah. And the pumpkins are,
Just drive by and you can see the arches.
yeah. And the pumpkins are only 200 or 300 pounds. GoPro, stop recording.